Hey everybody, these are the Golden Zebra Loaches. Well, 3 of them anyway. There's 4 in the tank, but these are 3 of the 4 Golden Zebra Loaches I have in this sort of experimental tank. I'm testing to see if I can get a deep sand bed going, but not too long ago I put some snails in this tank to see if the loaches would eat them. I had originally put a nearite snail in the tank, which you can see on the glass right there. Hopefully you can see that. So I was most concerned about the nearite snail, and I kept an eye on it for a few days, and they didn't really seem to be bothering it. And so I wound up throwing a handful of smaller snails in there, a bunch of bladder snails and a few ram's horn snails. And here we are. It's been, I don't know, a week, 10 days, and I have yet to see any of the small ones crawling around the tank and surviving. But we clearly have that really large one. You can see that sort of bump hanging off the bottom of the rock right there. That's actually a big ram's horn snail. And of course we've got this big one right here on the glass. So I don't really see any of the little snails crawling around anywhere or on anything. So my suspicion is that the loaches will eat little snails that are easy for them to manage, but they tend to leave the larger ones alone. And in this case, these loaches are so small, that's the main reason they're in this tank, is the tank I want to put them in has my striped Raphael catfish, and I'm pretty sure it would not take long for a striped Raphael catfish to make some lunch out of these little loaches. Or more realistically, it would probably be more like a midnight snack. Awesome little fish though, love them. But as you can see by another big old snail hanging on the back side of this rock that I just noticed. And that snail actually looks like it might have a smaller snail on its back too. I can't really tell in the darkness like that, but it almost looks like a snail on top of a snail. So the loaches are good snail eaters, but they are not necessarily great snail eaters. They won't just make snails disappear out of your tank no matter how big they are, no matter how many you have, but they will help keep a snail population in check. Now, if I had any full-grown loaches, I would not recommend putting any kind of nearite snail or mystery snail or anything like that in your tank, because a large loach will attack and harass those larger snails. I've seen that happen before in the past. I was curious to see how these little loaches would do it. I don't know if you were able to see it or not, but that little loach right there in front of us was just doing all kind of what people refer to as flashing, but is not really technically flashing, because all they're really doing is rooting around trying to scrape little bits of food off the surface of everything. They scrape the surface and then they see what they can knock loose, and they turn around and go and try and collect it and nibble it up. So there you go. I just wanted to have a little look at the loaches for a little while. I think they're really cool fish. Got a few of those gambusia in the tank. I don't really see too many of them left. I'm not sure where they've been going either. I can see a few huddled under the wood there. I can see a few more over here. Well, I guess that's about all of them. There's actually quite a few of them clumped into the bottom right there. I can see 5, 6, 7, 8. I can see 8 of the gambusia right there. There's 2 more right there. There's another one right there. So they're all still in there. So I've got over a dozen gambusia in this tank, or around a dozen gambusia in this tank, plus the 4 loaches, and yet we hardly see any of them the whole time we're in here. So there you go. I got Squeaker meowing behind me, so I need to go upstairs and either let him out or give him some food, or we'll never hear the end of him. If we were in a better part of the basement where we had some light, I'd give you a look at him, but alas, we do not. So make sure you're subscribed, and you won't miss any videos of Squeaker that I might post, and you won't miss any videos of these loaches I might post. So thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, I do have memberships available now, and of course there's my other channel, Dan's Outdoors and More, which is going to get a brief yard tour video posted on it here within the next couple of days. So thanks for watching this one. I'll see you real soon in the next one.